Hey there, StarCraft fans. It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, it's gonna be a brave noob world featuring Kokonut and MrImperfect here on Data C. Bottom left, it is our red Zerg player. It is MrImperfect. We've seen him before. He is a subscriber. And in the top rightish, we have a blue Terran. It is Kokonut, which is spelled with K's instead of C's. Unless Kokonut is spelled that way in a different language. Maybe it is. All right, man. So, Brave Noob World. These players are basically familiar with build orders, maybe, but they're not very good at macro, and they're not very good at having a plan. So, let's see how good these two players are, and we can help them out. All right, man. So, MrImperfect, 16 supply hatch. There we go. 18 supply extractor. We've got a drone. We've got another drone. Yes. We've got one more drone right now. Come on, one more drone. Not happening. Okay, well, extractor going in at 17, which is close to what we want. Not quite. You want 18 supply up there, and then get the extractor, and then with the 17 supply, once the 18th supply turns into an extractor, bam, you do the spawning pool. So timing not quite great there, but you know, something you can work on for sure. Kokonut going for barracks, has gas, has enough gas to make a Reaper. Looks like a Reaper expand timing, but not actually making the aforementioned and referenced Reaper. So, I mean, it's a Reaper expand timing, but nothing Reaper-wise is happening here. I mean, you still got enough for... Well, hang on. Okay. He did it. He decided to make a Reaper. It's late. So again, these two players have a general concept of what their openings are, which is great. I mean, if you don't have a good opening, you're pretty much going to lose every game regardless. So have a good opening. That's step number 1 to becoming a good StarCraft 2 player. All right. Step number 2 is, well, what do you do after the opening? From there, it's kind of up to you. Do you want to go for a 2-base Roche Ravager style play? Do you want to get a quick 3rd base and start macroing up and try to defend yourself with Lings and Queens? And speaking of Lings and Queens, we got our guy, Reaper name, Lings and Queens. There's not a backstory. I just want a confusing commentary where Lings and Queens goes up against Lings and Queens. Says the person who came up with that name. Again, I'm pretty low on Reaper names. So if you want to send me a Reaper name to use in a cast, put it in the comments, and I will go ahead and use it in a cast. So, oh, he stopped. Oh, no. Keep going, Lings and Queens. Let's go. Let's fight Lings and Queens versus Lings and Queens. Go, fight, win. Queen, 2 queens popping out here for MrImperfect. Love it. Like it a lot. Has 100 gas to go for speed already. Oh, okay, doing that way long ago. Excellent. Now has 100 gas for what? Now that's the question. What do you have 100 gas for? Do you want to go for a quick lair? Do you want to get a Roach Warren out? Do you want to make a Baneling nest? Lair it is. Off of 2 bases. So is this going to be Roach Ravager on 2 base? If you're going for something like Lings and Queens, then you definitely want a 3rd base for that extra larva for the Lings, because they are very cheap and they're pretty larva expensive that way, if that makes any sense, right? An Ultralisk is larva cheap, but very expensive on resources. Zerglings are larva expensive and very cheap on resources. So having a 3rd hatch up for a bunch of Lings is going to be awesome. By the way, there's nothing else here but 2 queens. So this is a situation where actually a Reaper could come in and get a couple worker kills, no problem. Because queens will kill them and not super fast. That's what the Lings are for. So you do want to get at least 1 pair of Lings for each mineral line from when the Reaper shows up. In this case, it's a Brave Noob World, so the Reaper has not actually showed up. But, you know, against better players, that's probably what you want. Now, Kokonut's going to be ahead, because Kokonut's on 2 bases and you're on 2 bases. And you might think to yourself, oh, does Lings and Queens just get surrounded and die? Lings and Queens, buddy? I mean, I guess MrImperfect's like, well, might as well make some Lings. So it makes 10 Zerglings. They've got speed now, so they're feeling very awesome and happy about themselves. And then, here they come. And do they know about where that Reaper is? They head right for him. And then he doesn't... Oh, yeah, ran past him, surrounded, killed. Okay. So fairly well, Lings and Queens. I wish that Morrow could have been controlling you, but that was not your fate today. Now, Kokonut, how's he doing? He's at 27 workers, which is good. He's got an orbital command upgrade at both of his bases, which is also good. He's got a good number of Marines, which is good too, and a siege tank. Okay, so Marines and tanks upgrading to Stim. He knows how this works. He's got a factory good. For the siege tank, a starport for medevacs. And I mean, at this level, if you get Marines and get stim and get medevacs, you're gonna have a pretty good time as a Terran player in this world. You just are. Now, this is where MrImperfect is like, all right, well, I got a lair. I've got a bunch of gas coming in. What will I spend this gas on? That's a question you need to ask because you have 300 gas in the bank and producing 0 things because you're controlling your Zerglings right now instead, which, understandable. Also, maybe put some Marines in this bunker. You got a nice bunker up, Kokonut, and he does. Yay! All right, filling the bunker. One Ling comes in, gets obliterated on the ramp, and the other Lings are like, guys, let's not go up there. Okay, cool. Ooh, he's even killing his own unbuildable rock so he doesn't misclick later. Kokonut, he's got some good ideas here. Look at this. Starport up. Another barracks. Reactoring the starport so as you can make 2 medevacs at the same time would be hot. Hot, hot, hot. Baneling nest for MrImperfect. He's like, all right. Well, we like banelings. Oh, and really droning up here, too. So gonna oversaturate. Yep. Oversaturating the second base. Third base is now coming in, though. All right. So MrImperfect is the third base at 5:30, which is definitely late for the Lings, Queens, and Banes thing you're going for right now. But that's why we're here. That's what Brave New World is all about. If you want to cast your Brave New World replay, which just means it's bronze or silver, send it to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com. No! X that. Send it to Snipermonkey, okay? Send it to Snipermonkey at the email address in the description. Put Brave Noob World in the subject, and he will take a look at it and tell me if it's a good one for casting or not. I like it. Hydralisk Den, Infestation Pit. MrImperfect has plans. He has plans for this Terran. They involve lurkers, probably. Although Hydroling Bane is pretty good in and of itself against Terran these days. Depending on how many tanks they have, right? If they're just like nothing but tanks and Thors, then Hydroling Bane's not going to do super well. At least not at this level of StarCraft anyway. Injects aren't perfect, but you know what? Nobody's injects are perfect. They're late for even the pros sometimes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's a Baneling drop. What is happening? We don't see Baneling drops in Brave New World. MrImperfect, what are you doing? And he's like, la 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 la. There's at least 7 SCVs here though, so it's a bit of a waste. But hey, bam! Killing like 5 SCVs is never a bad thing. This Ling group gonna get obliterated. Pretty decent micro there from Kokonut, actually. But we got 2 more. Dude, does he not know? Okay, down to 25 workers there. That's a total of 12 SCVs killed. Those Banelings, if they had +2 attack up... Oh, wait, actually, that's probes. How many attack... Can Banelings ever one-shot SCVs? That's a question I would like to know. We always see Baneling drops used against Protoss, never against Terran, and that's probably why. Because a Baneling can't one-shot an SCV no matter how many upgrades it has, or how few upgrades the SCV has, so that's a bummer. But I love the Hive Tech here at 7:30. He's like, this Terran player is not trying to kill me. So I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and tech up to big things like maybe Ultralisks, maybe some Lurkers. We'll see how good this Terran really is, because I always say this, but Lurkers are good. At the professional level, they're very usable against Terran and against Zerg and against Protoss. But at this level, they are excellent. They are overpowered. There's a lot of units that are overpowered at the lower levels, right? Right. Okay, so researching range and speed for your Hydralisks. Very, very good. Kokonut just keeps producing, well, SCVs at this point to replace them. He's got a 3rd base up, and it's orbital commanded. And that is worthy of a commendation, because at this level, people are like, okay, this one is exposed as a planetary fortress. But you need to replace the income lost from your SCVs being killed by Banelings. So, no planetary fortress for you. It's going to be an orbital command. So I keep talking about Lurkers, but they're not happening. There's a Hive up. We got some Vipers on the way. Because MrImperfect knows how to use Spellcasters. He really I mean, honestly, once you start using Spellcasters consistently, that's almost like the final piece to all this that we're doing. If you're using Spellcasters effectively, then you should get promoted like to Diamond. Like, you honestly should get there with decent macro, a decent opening, a decent composition you're working with. And then, you know, also adding in some Vipers or High Templar or something. Whoa! Kokonut going for the drops here at MrImperfect's main base. Yo, good drone pull. I love that. Wasn't perfect, but good enough. The Vipers are like, wait, we can't... I guess we blinding cloud the Marines, or... we don't have enough energy. These Hydras are like, get 'em. What are the upgrades here? +1 missile attack for the Hydras. The Marines don't have any upgrades at all. They're working on +1 attack. And look at that. Just getting out. Killing the spawning pool. Boom. What else did he take down? An extractor. Killed some drones there, too. 7 of them died. That was a pretty effective drop. And then what you want to do, yeah, unload, heal up, and then come back in. I mean, at the very least, you're keeping MrImperfect back home because he's worried about that drop happening again. Is he hunting, or what are these Vipers doing on their own? Okay. Well, they were moving out, and I was like, no, 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 no. Don't do that, my pretties. Bum, 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 some more and more Hydras here. Now look, Hydras are good units. They're high DPS, but they don't really trade very well versus siege tanks with Marine support and Marauder support too. Actually, Marauders are kind of bad versus Hydras, but Marines are amazing if they have stim and upgrades and stuff. I don't know. If you have enough Hydras, this group, especially because they only have +1 attack and combat shield and stim, they don't have any medevac support here either. Oh, wow. MrImperfect tried to expand here. Whoops. Lost the base. The Marines were just sitting there. I don't know if they were like waiting for that to happen or what, but that was hilarious. And then he's like, oh, you're down here? Let me boost into your main. Dude, both these players should not be Brave New World level. They're playing way too effectively. Look at this. Then he unloads here. Sure, you abducted me, but so what? There's nothing to kill me over in the area you abducted me into. Vipers. Ah! Blinding Cloud, but dead for it. Probably not worth it. Dude, this is insane. Okay, now that's a pick up and a get out. See? The Hydras show up. La, 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 la. Oh, that's an abduct, but he gets away. See? That's the problem with abduct is it's difficult to, it's not that difficult to use because you can click on the unit you want to abduct, sure, but where it ends up after it's been abducted, you have to perfectly set it up. So your Viper's on top of the units that you want to kill it, like these Hydralisks. So this is very interesting. Replacing a spawning pool at 12 minutes after it died a while ago now. Kokonut sitting here on Marines tanks. Got some Hellions. I like the idea of Hellions versus Mass Hydra quite a bit. MrImperfect says, you know what I need is a lot of Vipers, baby. An absolute heck ton of Vipers. So let's suck all of the energy. You can kill your hatchery with this, you know. Consuming, yes, it replenishes your Viper's energy stash, but also you could kill your hatchery. Oh, look at him being very careful with it. I mean, you can knock this over with a feather at this point, but it's not dead. New 4th base for MrImperfect down to the south. Infertile Pre-Igniter. Blue Flame is on the way. But, okay, well, let's see. Blinding Cloud here, and then go. Blinding Cloud on the bunker, Blinding Cloud on the tanks, and then the Hydra's just kind of A-moved. But, dude, more Blinding Cloud. This is insane. It doesn't last forever. Oh, now the tanks are Blinding Clouded. Get them. Get the tanks. Ah, the Vipers all died. Oh, no. Oh, no. The Hydras are dying. Get out of there, Hydralisks. Yeesh. Don't go up there. Don't go up there. There's like 3 tanks still. Okay. That was interesting, to say the least. Oh, these Hellions almost have the blue flame upgraded. It'd be real nice if they did. They don't yet, but hold on. Oh, there it is. They're blue now. Whoosh. They're blue. Ba-da-be-da-boo-doo-doo-doo-boo. And also, if you had an armory, you could turn these into Hellbats, which would probably do better. But, you know, blue flaming. Oh my gosh. Ah! That Hellion's got 11, 12 kills on that Hellion. Yes. Good stuff there. Drones killed total 25 now. Oh, and we're dropping it, dude. At the same time, we're dropping in the main. You're gonna get the hive. Oh my gosh. The Viper's getting focused down too. And the pickup. Oh, the abduct. And see, that one worked. Hey, great victory. That abduct was great. Oh, and that medevac died too. So that's the first time that Kokonut's actually been punished for making that drop while there are Vipers around. So it's 64 to 26 workers now. Kokonut is way ahead in economy. Is he oversaturated? He's doing a good job balancing. He's doing a good job balancing where his SCVs are. I'm impressed by this. I think MrImperfect is in trouble. He needs, look, if you're going to go Hydra, it's Hydraling Bane, because the Banelings are amazing against these Marines, whereas the Hydras are not. So Baneling is good against Marines. Hydra is better against these tanks and these Marauders. That's what you want to do here. On the other side, if you want to go Lurkers, those are great too. I would see some, I mean, setting up Lurkers here while the Hydras are attacking. Lurkers, blah, blowing apart the Marines. Getting huge shots on the tanks too. Sure, closing to that distance is a pretty scary thing to do when there are tanks out, but they don't have any upgrades. These tanks have no attack or armor upgrades. They are 0-0 guys. So they're the easiest tanks ever in the world. Oh, did he miss? Did he miss? Oh, look, no, wait. I think he set his worker rally to just in front of a mineral patch instead of on it. And now they rallied to like just in front of the mineral patch as they were told to do. Ultralisks, chitinous plating. I'm a big fan of these units. They're also much better at the lower leagues than they are at the higher leagues. A brave noob world player is not usually going to know what to do when it comes to like 12 Ultralisks bearing down on them. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, the pros can. You just snipe them or use Liberators or whatever. But at this level, we're not going to see any ghosts. I don't really see Kokonut trying to make that thing happen, you know? So, he's working on air attack upgrade. If for some reason, what does he have? He has nothing that flies. Nothing at all. Nothing that attacks anyway. Oh, man. He's at 71 workers? Dang! MrImperfect is back up to 56. Look at this, fully saturated 4th base, 3rd base looking pretty good there too. Could stand to have a couple more drones, but not that bad. Now 5th base coming up for him down along this bottom side as well. So, going for anabolic synthesis for Ultralisks now that chitinous plating is done. Loving that stuff. And blue flame aliens into a completely unguarded base. Okay. So everyone's worth line them up. Line them up. Line them up. That is 39 drones killed there. Ultralisks chasing. Get back here, you rascals. And the Hellions are like, ah, ha, ha, ha. We're faster than you. Get out of here, Gramps. So Marauder's pretty good against Ultras too. If you want to start sprinkling a bunch of Marauders into your composition, you have 6 now. You're sitting on 6,000 minerals and 4,700 gas, Mr. Kokonut. So making a whole ton of Marauders here would be excellent. Now that you've seen that Ultras are out, you're like, yep, that's what I need. You got what I need. And the answer is Marauders. Okay, oversaturation is now starting to happen at these bases pretty heavily. Another base from Kokonut would not be bad. They're a little bit further away and a bit scarier to expand to. But you can make it work. What's this group doing? And I love that he made +1/+1 for these guys and was like, that's good. 1/1 upgrades is all you really need to win games of StarCraft. And sometimes that's true. But other times, other times you want to get the 2/2 and the 3/3. Dude, 5 more Ultras on the way? There's already, man, there's going to be 8. With chitinous plating, too. I mean, they don't have ground carapace yet, but, you know, they come natively with armor, and the chitinous brings them all the way up to huge, chunky amounts. So, yo, look at this +2 air weapons. I wonder if he misunderstands what that is. Because he's not making Banshees or Liberators or Battle Cruisers at all. Oh, he's got a Liberator. This one Liberator is going to be pretty well upgraded. He's going to get +2 armor and +2 attack here soon. He's going to have better upgrades than these Marines and Marauders, which in fairness are kicking butt and taking names. Oh, yeah. Focus the hatch. No, not the extractor. The hatch. Oh, it works out in the end anyway, though. These Hellions are distracting the fast Ultralisks. The hatch goes down. This group is dead. Oh, hang on. They're kiting. They're kiting. No, they're not. These Ultras are fast. But there's this thing they do when they're chasing where sometimes they stop to attack and so they miss. Not a lot of examples of attacks missing like that in StarCraft 2. But that's one of them. Oh, this group stood still. Oh, this Ultralisk's like, bye! See you guys. And then Kokonut's like, "Rah!" The Ultras are like, "Rah!" And I mean, Ultra dying, good. Tank down. Ultra tanking a ton of damage while Hydras are dealing the aforementioned damage. 6 more Ultras on the way. MrImperfect is spending his cash pretty effectively. Kokonut's up to 10,000 minerals, which I believe is Oprah money. If you're a Lag TV fan, I think that's what it is. 10,000 minerals here from Kokonut. Ultralisk, not Ultralisk. Ultralisk, yeah, gonna die to this planetary, probably. Get up here, Ultralisk. Okay, not too smart. Not too smart. It's okay. It's 190 to 157 supply here. 6 more Ultras are on the way. It's going to be 11 Ultralisks with +1 attack, +1 armor, kindness plating, and anabolic synthesis. I think that just might be game. Like, you just move these across with your Hydras in support. Oh, wait, we're waiting. We're pulling back. We're waiting. We're afraid. Understandable. StarCraft is a scary game sometimes. Boom, 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 ba-dum, boom, 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 boom. MrImperfect rebuilding a base down here to the south. Are we gonna, is this gonna, all right, so this base is the deadest base in the history of StarCraft. It's tied for deadest with every other dead base. Yeah, it's out. It's out. All right, this is a terrible position for Ultralisks to engage in, but the Blinding Cloud helps their survivability a bit, because otherwise they'd be dead right now. They're dying anyway. Blinding Cloud is wearing off. These, I mean, look at all this stuff. Going through a tiny choke like this is the worst way to try to break a Terran, but you know, it's kind of sort of working. The base is dead. The Ultralisk is like, get out of here, Marauders. Get out of here, tanks. The Liberator sets up immediately. Doesn't get killed because it doesn't get target fired. That Ultra's taking big time hits. Yo! And Kokonut holds. He just killed like 11 Ultras and 15 Hydras. He should not have been able to do that, but it was a terrible angle to engage in right there. So bad. Through a narrow little choke, only like 3 Ultras could attack at all. That's the terribleness. Oh, this group's back. We're back again. Killing a bunch of your drones, killing a base. MrImperfect's like, wait, am I losing this game? He's feeling it. He's feeling it. Meanwhile, Lings and Ultras coming up here again into Liberator range, and my gosh, the Liberator is doing so much work! Ah! Dude, that's a 7-kill lib, and I think like 4 of those are Ultralisks. Yo, Kokonut knows what's up. He knows what to do. It's make Liberators against these Ultras. Kokonut, Kokonut. The problem is MrImperfect is, well, he's on 4 bases, trying to get a 5th base up here, which is getting scouted by Kokonut's Hellions. Gonna try to burn it down, which is not usually how it works if you're Hellions. You don't usually kill hatcheries, but this Wood Ultra's like, hey, baby. What you up to? Absolutely, positively fantastic right there. So let's see. 71 to 74 army supply, 63 to 53 worker count. Kokonut is finally expanding. He's retaking this base that died. That doesn't, I mean, it's got like 400 minerals at it, so not worth retaking, man. Unless you want the gas, which sure, maybe you do. You know what would be interesting here is just a mass Liberator play from Kokonut, or he's just like, Liberator here, Liberator here, a Liberator here, Liberator here. Like, just deal with this, Zerg player, making Ultralisks. This one Hydra's like, I got it. I got it. These old Marines are all, hey, whoa, whoa. He's actually good at kiting. It's really not bad here from Kokonut. Again, he knows how to kite. That's not how Brave New World works at all. But that's okay. I'm gonna tell you a secret. This is the only Brave New World submission there was this week. So if you're a bronze or silver player and you want to get cast, I'm nice. I'll be nice to you, see? Send it in. Send it to Snipermonkey. Oh, he did the Liberator thing. Nice. All right. So he stops all mining at this base all by himself, which is awesome. You know what would be cool here is Banelings from MrImperfect. Just a whole lot of Banelings. But I think his Baneling nest got killed and he never replaced it. Wait, no. He never had a Baneling nest? No, he does. He has a Baneling nest. It's over here now. I guess maybe it was over here the whole time. Anyway, Banelings would be hot. Against all these Marines, like, Ultras are very good, yes. But Banelings are, just explodey boys. Really good at being explodey boys. This Liberator's like, I left. Just kidding, sucker. Wait, where did those drones go, says the Liberator. I don't know. MrImperfect massing here with Lings and Ultras. I mean, mass Ling is better against Liberators than Ultras are because, sure, you're going to one-shot a Ling with your Liberator, but the attack speed is so slow, you're not going to kill the Lings fast enough to really make enough of a difference, usually. I love this setup here. It's like, well, if he ever comes back and starts mining in this location, I got him. I'm just kidding, that's stupid. How about this base? There's no spores at this base at all. So he's like, yeah, he doesn't have advanced ballistics, though. So is he going to lose this? Is he going to lose it? 1, 2. Oh, he does. Advanced ballistics. Ah! Ah! So much Ultralisk. Again, the choke. Putting in work here as well as it can. Liberator sets up maybe a little late as the Ultralisks are inside the house already. Yo! The planetary is going to fall. This planetary is going to fall. And this time, moving a whole ton of Ultra Ling into the Terran base worked out. This usually should not work out, but you know, in brave noob world, anything is possible. Anything can happen at Zombocom. Which, by the way, look it up one day. Look up zombo.com. That website popped in like 2000, you guys. It's an ancient website. It's still running to this day. You won't regret visiting. I visited it in the year 2000, 2001, and I remember it. So it's a pretty good site. Zombocom. This Liberator's like, must stop everything. I'm not stopping everything. Why? And I love this wall with the tank at the top. He got 19 kills. Kokonut's like, I got this. I have 7 workers remaining. The Ultras. This is one of my games. This is so many dead Ultralisks. It's not even... It's so brutal is what it is. He's like, you know what I need for this is more Ultras. You're not wrong, man. Oh, 2 of them just died. It's an 8-kill Liberator, and at least 2 of those are Ultra kills. Probably more. Look at him. Kokonut believes. Kokonut believes in himself as a StarCraft 2 player. Because look at this. He's like, all right, it's cool. I got 1 base mining. I'm going to float an orbital over here and just hope Ultras don't show up and murder it. We have further upgrades. We went to the 2-2 for the Lings and the Ultras and just kind of forgot about 3-3. We're close. We're very close to having 3-3 here. Also, Adrenal is done, so that's why these Lings have been so effective. Come on, Kokonut. Come on, Kokonut. All right, charge it up this ramp again. Ling's Ultras taking Liberator shots, but they're not target firing anything in particular. If there's only Ultras, sure, they'll attack the Ultras. Oh, no. You left your door open. And these fat boys are trying to mash their way in through that tiny little area into your main base. I love this one Hellion being microed. That's fantastic. Come on, Kokonut. It's over. He's like, well, if I could expand over here. Oh, no, the Zerg is there, too. That might be your GG moment where he's like, well, if the Zerg's there, I'm a dead nerd. Oh, man, these Liberators, though. These Liberators, though. These Ultra... Oh, how many times have I been in this spot where, like, I'm using Ultras to wreck someone's base and then they set up Liberators and I'm like, all right, well, try to dodge these circles, I guess, but hard to do. Oh, wow. Dead. Look at the chunks. Look at the huge chunks these Liberators are putting out on these Ultras. It's 2 of them, but still. 1 shot is like a 6th. It's like 6 shots to kill an Ultra. Insane. Come on, Kokonut, it's over. Believe. Believe that it's over. Hey, we got a GG from Kokonut at 29 minutes and 45 seconds. GG, Mr. Imperfect gets the win. After losing, let's count them, shall we? 41 Ultralisks. 41 Ultralisks died in this game. Holy smokes. That is maybe the most dead Ultras I've ever seen in a game of StarCraft. Like, usually if 20 of them die, the Zerg player's like, reevaluate. Make something else, but not Mr. Imperfect. Not at all. Of course, it's the Falcon strategy, too, so I hear you, man. But, yeah, what did we learn in this game? Upgrades are good. If Kokonut had 3-3 on his Marines and Marauders, he would have had a much better time holding these Ultras off, especially the Marauders. If Mr. Imperfect had 3-3 on his Lings and his Ultras, it'd maybe be over sooner, too. Like, upgrades mean a whole lot. Also, kind of forgot about Vipers there. Like, some Vipers at the top of the ramp and then charging up might have worked a lot better. Also, just making, like, I don't know, a Corruptor? Like, 1 Corruptor wandering in here going pew, 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 pew. Would have killed these Liberators. But, man, 5 kills, 9 kills, 6 kills on these Libs. And, I mean, all of those are all Ultra kills, I think. I mean, maybe not all of them, but yo! These are the only 2 Ultras left in the whole game. Of the, again, 43 that he made. 43. Resources lost are 46,000 Mr. Imperfect and 40,000 for Kokonut. It's a huge discrepancy, but you know, sometimes it works out. Oh, that was incredible. What a fantastically wonderful example of some mistakes you can make in StarCraft 2, but that was a lot of fun as well. So well done, Mr. Imperfect. Yo, just overwhelming the Terran with Lings and Ultralisks and some Hydralisks. Not a Baneling was made. Not a single one. Banelings are very, very good at this level. Oh. Yo. Upgrades matter. Okay, so that is going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a brave noob world. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.